nothing would make me more happy than be able to fight here in Toronto and be on the card of the first MMA. You know, like it would have been an historical moment for Toronto, and it would have been an honor for me. So I think as soon the sport will be legal, I please Dana to put me on a card and then on the main event here. It would be a tremendous honor for me.
Can we get you at the expo? Can we get you at the Martial Arts Expo here in June?
I don't think he understands what you were saying, but the thing about him is, I'll try to speak for him here, and he can tell me if I'm right or wrong. What happens with him, he's part of the Greg Jackson camp, and what happens is, when he goes in and trains for a fight, all these guys help him train. Then those guys fight, then he helps them train. This kid's in training camp all the time. So I'm assuming if you had a problem getting him to the expo, that's probably one of the reasons. This kid's always in camp with these guys. These guys all work with each other all year round. He's always training.
It's a give and take, you know, like the guys coming down to help me, I have to help them. Like now Rashad Evans gonna fight for the world title. I'm gonna fly in a week in Albuquerque to spend a week with him to train with him. So when I'm gonna anytime I need his help, he's gonna be willing to come. So it's like an exchange.
Hey Dana, how's it going?
How you doing?
Good here up in the top middle, right here.
I see it.
All right,
No.
I have a question for BJ, but just one quick one for you first. There's
Okay.
been some speculation that UFC 95 is going to be in London, and also that Chuck Liddell is going to fight Anderson Silva. Can you just give me a quick word if it's true or not, or maybe if it's in the works or what's going on there?
UFC, yeah. We're doing a fight not in London, in Ireland.
Oh, sorry, not 95, but I think it's the next one after that. They said on all the websites they're all saying that Liddell's going to fight Silva, so I was just wondering if there's any truth behind that.
That's not true. Obviously, people have asked for that fight. It's been kicked around, but no, we haven't made that fight. That's not true.
Thanks for answering that. And BJ, I just wondered, how's your weight gain going? Like, how's it been feeling to fight at this weight now compared to fighting at lightweight? I know you fought before at welterweight, but how does it feel? And as well, if you do successfully win the title and you do have both of them, and it becomes too stressful to defend both of them back and forth, which one would you rather keep, the lightweight or the welterweight, and work towards defending it?
The weight gain's good. I mean, right now I'm 175 pounds, and I mean, the weight shouldn't be a factor. I'm going more on body fat than going on exact weight, so I'm just going to get my body fat real low. And honestly, I don't know what I would want to defend more, the lightweight or the welterweight. You know, this is going to be, if I get the welterweight back, it'll be the second time I held the welterweight title. It's a toss-up, man. I mean, I can't even believe I'm in this position, even questioning what one would I defend more, you know what I mean, the lightweight or the welterweight. I never even thought I would even be in the UFC, you know, so I'm just happy to be here. And for even to ask a question like that, it's just amazing. How life goes and how this whole thing works. And
don't worry, you won't have to worry.
Thank you, Dana.
You won't get it.
Hello? BJ, the question's for you. You were talking about Matt Hughes earlier. Like, really, I think you'd kick his ass anyways if you fought him. I could kick his ass. If this fight goes into the later rounds, are you going to be prepared?
I better be prepared. You know, I got a feeling this thing could go, you know. I say it a lot, you know, I'm going to walk in and I'm going to knock the guy out in the first round, you know. What to say about George St. Pierre isn't unrealistic and it's disrespectful, you know. Anything can happen on the first punch, you know, but I'm very prepared to go all 5 rounds. I'd be crazy to think that I wouldn't.
Better be, he's a monster.
I know he is.
You know what? Who's going to fight Brock Lesnar next? Hulk Hogan?
Nair and Nogueira are going to fight at the end of the Ultimate Fighter, and then he'll fight the winner of that fight.
Will the winner of that fight be #1 in the world heavyweight?
I guess. I haven't thought that far ahead.
If we can get Fedor in here and find out, you know. That's what I want to answer that question, too.
Dana, I have a question here, buddy. Over here by the wall, man. Other wall.
Hey,
Right here.
Hey.
Do you have any ideas, or could you shed some light maybe on what the co-main event might be on January 31st? or any other fights that you have in mind that you'd like to put on that card?
Yeah, what's the call? It's Machida. Yeah, he's Thiago Silva Machida. I think they're both 13-0.
Like I like Tiago.
Dana, I got a question over here. Two questions actually. The 10th anniversary happened in 2003, so I'm just wondering, is there a possibility for any upcoming Hall of Fame inductions within the next year or two?
Yeah, we should have one again in 9.
Alright, and the second question is, out of all the heavyweight fighters that you have in the UFC, which one would you want to see fight Kimbo and take him out?
Anyone.
This guy said he could beat Matt Hughes. Believe me. I saw Kimbo get taken out already by a guy who didn't win the Ultimate Fighter. Kimbo sucks. One of these days, Kimbo's going to show up to one of these things and kick the shit out of him. Exactly. I got my boys with me. What's that? No.
Hey, you had your
I
chance,
said,
media.
he asked if there's been any response from Kimbo, because I said if he wants to fight in the UFC, he can come into the Ultimate Fighter. No. Phone hasn't been ringing off.
My statement is to George St. Pierre. As a Canadian, you make me very proud. And both are men, and you know, I came back from when I was a kid. It was watching Muhammad Ali get in the ring, and I knew that hey, there's a man. He wants to fight. He wants to beat the other guy. And I feel that was what he does, and it's great things. But I really love George, the fact that the last 4 or 5 fights you've had, you come in and you beat the people at the very game that they fight, like the wrestlers, you throw them down and you show them that you are the man. I just want to say I really appreciate the example that you set. And you know, I had my 15-year-old daughter sitting here beside me, and
Stop swearing.
she allows that to watch so much UFC.
Thank you very much.
Dana, way up here at the top. And respect for what you've done for the MMA. It's awesome. The only time I've been disappointed with the UFC is when I watched TV for 2.5 hours and I didn't get to see it kick Tito's ass.
That wasn't my fault. I tried.
That was my only disappointment. Hey, what can you say about this fight? BJ, tons of respect, man. Your game keeps getting better. You're unbelievable. You are a prodigy. GSP, every time you get in the ring, you get better. You went through fish like it was an exercise. And I just like you guys both so much. I have tons of respect for both you guys as fighters. I'm a Canadian through and through, but I can't pick GSP over BJ because you both put on a fight that I just think will be the fight of the century. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be nothing. I can't pick. Thanks, guys.
Okay, first off, I gotta say George St. Pierre, the man. BJ fan, even though I'm Canadian, I'll admit you're the man too. But my question's for Dana White. I'm a huge fan of you too, but I gotta put you on the spot. If you had to bet money on the fight, who you betting on?
That's what I wanted to hear.
I'm betting on it's going to be an awesome fight. Listen, obviously, I don't pick sides. Whatever's going to happen, happen. These guys are big boys. They're going to go in there. They're going to train hard. They're going to go in there, and who knows what's going to happen. Let me tell you, I quit wondering who's going to win and who's not, okay? If I knew who was going to win, I'd be fucking Vince McMahon.